opened to operate, but mine was like in the middle, apparently, and they had to go through your groin to get to your brain, right? So
what? Okay, I didn't expect that. I thought they were just going to knock a hole in there and be like,
no, for some people they do. I think it just depends where
it
is and like obviously past medical history and stuff like that.
Wow.
So
they couldn't go through your head. I mean, wouldn't that make more sense to go directly through?
But I guess it depends where it is in our head. They can't just go directly.
Yeah, actually, I guess
I don't know. But they got mad technology. It's like it's mad. You just see,
you do a hit to your brain.
like through your groin all the way up. You can. I think it goes. I don't know.
I guess it'll go through your core.
I've had a few procedures, so I'm confused. The main one for the main hemorrhage. They do that.
It makes sense to go through the carotid artery.
And then they put like the thing that's painful is they put this dye.
Yeah.
They inject dye into your brain, so it's like an electric shock.
Did it change the colours that you could see?
Yeah, and it's hot, and it makes you feel like you're gonna go wee and like you're wetting yourself. Like it feels like.
Well, I mean, I think
it
at that point
weird.
you're like, fuck it.
Like you don't, but
I'm already in my dressing gown. I might as well.
Yeah, it feels mad, and then it's like you're blind, like you feel blind, like you can't see, and then they're trying to ask you questions. Yeah, it's proper mad, but it hurts. It's painful. It's long.
You stay awake when they do this.
For that part.
You have to, I guess.
But at first they were like, we're going to put you to sleep. Then they were like, no, change of plan. This.
I said, like, find me the anaesthetist. Come here, you cunt.
Yeah. And then like after that, they were like, okay, we found where it is. There's no other ones around it because they were scared that there's other ones around it, something like that, or if it's next to a main artery or whatever. So then they were like, okay, we're gonna get rid of this one. I don't know what they said.
I don't want to use the word lucky, but you're pretty lucky.
No, they said I'm lucky. They said I can't remember what the thing is. They said 80%, 85% people die from it. Yeah. It's all about timing.
I grew up with like 2 people in my building that died, a mother and daughter.
And
the daughter had that.
I bet all the family get checked.
Yeah, but it's not a hereditary thing.
Oh, isn't it?
No.
That's weird.
If it happened, it hit both of them.
Yeah.
One was older, one was younger.
Were they both smoking all the time or something?
No, like I'm a healthy person. Yeah.
The daughter was like in her 30s.
So there's no prerequisites at all.
They don't know. They're just like, you're just unlucky.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
With the situation in my block, the daughter was in like in her 30s, and then suddenly she had head pain, and then she tried to go see her mum, and then passed out and died. 2 kids behind.
They say a lot of people they die in their sleep from it because it's when you.
I think you'd wake up if it felt like you'd been hit with a hammer. I woke up just because there's someone changing the bins. It's like I wake up when my girlfriend just turns over. It's like wait.
So it was mad.
But sometimes it just hits you in your.
Yeah, no, that's what happened to me. It hit me, but they said it's to do with timing.
Yeah.
So if it was like another 20 minutes.
Oh, it's scary when they say shit like that.
No, for real. Like it's like
And lucky it gave you enough time to do stuff. Because sometimes it might just hit you, and it's like I just made a heart attack.
You're so lucky.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And luckily she was there because. Otherwise, I would have called the ambulance.
If she'd been like if she'd just been like looking at her, if she'd still been in the water, like
exactly,
swimming.
she wouldn't have checked. But my mum is so bad with answering the phone.
Oh my god,
so I was like,
dad straight away.
I was like, is she gonna get like literally? Why am I calling my mum? Like she's bad with the phone.
Apparently, like in World War II, when all the soldiers when they would die, all of the Japanese they used to like sort of say it was quite strange how the Americans all of their last words were the same as Japanese people's, which was like they would go mother. They'd all cry for their mums as they died, and like that was how you knew that they were going to die, and that was just like, it makes sense what you guys were saying. Actually,
it is crazy.
Well, if your mum's the first person made you feel safe, they're probably the first person that ever held you.
And obviously, I didn't know what brain hemorrhage was. I've only learnt about it now.
Of course, it's not something you research.
And I'm young. Like they keep saying now, a lot of more young people are getting it.
That's weird.
A lot of like. They don't really know, but I just think it's the stress. I think
overworking,
burnout, technology.
Was there any symptoms that you might have not noticed? Do you think?
No. So like I get migraines. Like I used to get a lot of migraines when I was younger as well, but not like to the point where you need to get a scan every 6 months or whatever.
I bet are you a bit more paranoid about?
No, now I have to get scans all the time because now they've also found
so much as a slight headache. I don't think she's just hungover.
And they found another bleed. So at the moment I have a bleed in my head, but it's stable. Wow, it's a bit paranoid. Paranoid, yeah. So I have that at the moment. So that's why I can't like do a full-time job, or I can't. They've basically said don't go back to work.
So there's your boss. Like, come on,
be freelance.
What are you,
like, if you find a job, just work like 2 days a week.
I would not like to be the disc production guy.
So that's why I can't really
go down. It's like that was me shouting at her.
Exactly. So that's why I can't really do the theatre stuff. Like if it's too active. and I can't because my mobility. I have issues with balance and walking.
How come? Like, is that because of where the bleed was?
Yeah, they don't really know, and also because they did the surgery through the groin, they might have hit a nerve because they were rushing, and then.
Jesus, well, I mean, fair play. I mean, they did what they had to do, but still.
And like memory loss and stuff like that. It's a bit mad. Yeah.
Wait, what memories do you think you've lost then?
Yeah, the thing is, I didn't know that I'd lost it.
You're not going to know what you've lost, are you?
This was the thing,
yeah. ADHD and like there were gaps.
Yeah, it was weird, like weird
I guess
stuff.
there might be photos you might not remember.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. And the thing is, like, people will say to me, like, "Oh, remember when we went here?" And I'm like, "I weren't there." And they were like, "You were there!" Like, no, that's happened to me twice. Embarrassing as well, but I've had to tell them the truth because
I mean, it's a good excuse again. I mean, like, you know, could you imagine trying to stay offended after that? It's like,
no, there was even till this day, I still don't remember this girl, but I met her. She's someone I know, but I still don't remember where I know her from.
Does that make you feel a bit vulnerable then, or how does that make you feel like?
Yeah, and it makes me feel like I'm being rude, but I'm not.
Yeah.
It's just or like sometimes people have to like explain things more than once. If I'm really tired, because the fatigue that you get from it is that they don't tell you about the side effects of fatigue, mobility, cognitive skills, like just remembering stuff. It's just mad. Like even learning lines, it takes me ages. Or like even my poetry, I had a lot of poems that I had in my head. They're gone, so I had to relearn. Did you have them written down at least? Yeah. They were written down. Everything down now. Yeah, 100%. Like I have to remind myself. Even when I have to go to the doctors. To remind myself, okay, it's on this day.
It sounds like you got ADHD symptoms.
Maybe.
Me, sorry.
Maybe. Yeah. So like mad stuff. Yeah, it was just a lot. Like basically, my whole life has changed from before. Because before I was very active, going gym, doing this, dancing, partying, like working.
I suppose you can't drink anymore.
I can drink, but to be fair, I was never a big drinker anyway, so...
You can't do any weed or anything like that, otherwise that's going to be an issue.
I could, I got the oil. I'm a very,
CBD.
Yeah, I got the oil.
Yeah, I do CBD.
Does that help?
Yeah, but that's helped me from before.
Yeah, I've been using CBD for about a year now.
For stress or like anxiety, it's good for like going to, if you have problems sleeping.
Oh, I can't sleep for shit.
Yeah, it's good for that. And then the tea, the weed tea is good.
Green tea?
Yeah, the weed tea.
Before you go to bed and all that, just keeps you relaxed.
Yeah, my girlfriend, she always has like a lemon and ginger one, and I'm like,
it's
just like, it's my little evening chore for the evening.
Oh, so winding down kind of vibes.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going to have a tea, and I'm like, oh, great. I bet you're going to be in your pajamas.
Yeah.
But like, so with that, sorry,
I wanted to ask, what was it like learning how to walk again? First of all, when you
what was hard? What was
it's still long. Part? You see me with the crutch every day. It's
when
so
you found out,
long.
I like you got a little bit of tinsel on it.
I should put it. Do I have tinsel on it? No, that's my bag. I wish I should. I should decorate it.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
a little paint job.
Yeah, my pimp stick.
Pimp stick out. That's quite fun.
That must have been a hard process. Waking up in hospital and not.
I was in hospital for nearly a month.
Yeah.
Like it felt like prison. Yeah, but then I went back, and then I've been going back and forth.
But like, could you so for a month were you just like bedridden?
Yeah.
Could you not move at all at first?
No, not at first. And I was like this.
Must have been scary.
And
fuck that.
The pain,
it's like locked in syndrome.
The pain is mad. Like
how do you even tell people you're in pain?
No, I could speak.
Because I just told them I didn't say it. I was like,
no, they knew. Yeah. And you get nightmares because you're on morphine. Like then they take it off. They take the morphine off. So you're itching, you're scratching, like everything's itchy. Yeah. It feels like there's creatures inside your body, and you're some crackhead or something.
Like they use that to take people off heroin.
Yeah, like it proper hurts, man. It's like pain, like your bones are hurting, and then your brain is proper. You get weird nightmares, and then I had to take.
What was the weirdest nightmare?
I had the weirdest nightmare for me was. Obviously, I'm attached to so many machines. Like, anyway,
you must have felt like you were in the Matrix.
But like, I kept thinking I had to sleep like this, like up straight.
That's weird.
Because
sitting up?
Yeah, because if every time I lie down, I would have a nightmare that there's like the MRI scan thing.
Yeah.
I had a nightmare that it would
horrible.
Be squashing me like,
like
going down.
Even when you can
every
see it.
day I had that nightmare because I don't know, maybe when they had put me to sleep and
but it's quite a traumatic sound, isn't it? And
really every minute you hear do beeping, and then
I've started to sing along to it. When I had an MRI, I can't remember what they did it. I think it's
so long. Yeah, but it's proper. The migraines are wild. Like you can't, and the food, obviously, the hospital.
Oh shit! Yeah, no.
dead.
Although
didn't eat nothing. I was skinny, like I looked white. I hadn't seen daylight for a month.
I was nil by mouth for 5 days, and after that, like I've never tasted anything so beautiful as the cauliflower cheese. It tasted of mushy shit, but dear God, I've never.
I had to get my mum had to come every day to feed. To give me
that's the best.
I'm fussy anyway. Like I like. Yeah.
Has your taste in like sort of thing, has your like preferences for things like, you know, like your taste in food and things like that, has that changed?
The taste hasn't changed, you know. I've started to eat more because I didn't eat much because I kept feeling sick. And I kept vomiting. I get headaches and like it's long, like to actually eat, like it's proper long. And then I lost a lot of weight, so I was very skinny. And then so now with the physio, I got PT. They're helping me like with the nutrition and the exercises and all of that.
On your Instagram, it's like there's quite a lot of stuff about nutrition actually. So I'm trying exercise and you're always in the gym doing stuff
helps,
like that.
Because they give me these tasks that I have to do to
help
with my legs. Well, if I don't do my legs, they seize up, right? And they
like cramping.
And they hurt, and then I can't walk, and it's just long.
Were you scared that you were going to lose the ability to walk?
Yeah, they said to me, you may not, because they do these checks when you like a few days later, like. Not straight away, because I don't think they want to scare you like that.
No, of course not. You've already been through enough.
Yeah, but like because you're in different wards, so when you move to a different ward, like when you can like a little bit move, and they do these tests where they come around and they say close your eyes, lift up your foot, and you think you're doing it, but you ain't. Like you think you're doing it, and then you peek and you're like, wait, my foot ain't moving. Like why is it not moving? Then you get stressed. Then you get panicked. Anxiety, start crying, you're like shit. Like
could you imagine everyone was like, pussy?
Yep.
She's crying like a bitch.
But then they kind of make it like they say, oh, don't worry, we'll come back tomorrow. It's because you're tired, and then you're thinking
like, nothing but sleep.
And you're thinking, and obviously the long thing is you can't bath yourself. You can't go toilet by yourself. Weird. You feel like a child in prison. Like that's what it feels like in hospital because.
So was it like the nurses would come and do that, or was it like you had to get your mum and dad?
The nurse has to do, because in the middle of the night, I had the tube thing, the catheter thing.
Oh god, that's horrible.
So like you're just pissing in a little bucket thing. I don't know. It's just mad. But you don't know that.
It a little bit. Like when you're really hungover, it's like you just get a little IV in there. Come on, just do the old-fashioned way. I deserve it.
But you don't even know you're going toilet. It's mad. Yeah. But then when obviously when you're doing the other toilet, you're just like, nurse. I need to go toilet, and it's long.
Wipe my booty.
Yeah, like you're basically like it's like you're paralyzed, isn't it? It's basically that. So it makes you grateful for like when you come through it. You're like, oh.
How long did it take you to come through it?
Long, months, weeks. Like it was long. Even how you can't even have a bath. You have to get the wet wipes, and I'm like, can I have a flannel? Can I have something? It's just like your dignity. You're struggling, like it's struggling.
And how long did this go on for? Because it happened in 2022.
So I was in hospital for like a month. Then they let me out when I could move a little bit, like, and when I could go toilet on my own.
It's weird how that's the barrier, isn't it?
That's always the. But you had to use the crutches, like, to go to the toilet or. The wheelchair to the toilet or whatever.
The hospital toilet, they are like really barren, but at the same time, it's sort of like.
And they move you to different wards. So like, first you're in the ICU, and you're by yourself for a bit. Then they bring another person in who's got some sort of brain.
Even worse or something.
Yeah, like so it's mad though because you see different people. Like one woman when I first went in, then she got better, she left. Another man came in after that. He died in front of me. Literally died.
And then, you've not been through enough.
Yeah. So you see mad like life come and go, and you see how quick like they get rid of the body. Boom, the next person's in, and you're like, whoa, what?
Do they at least wipe the mattress?
No, they clean everything.
It's like all right,
they do.
Come on, it's a shortage. Like, wheel him in from the hallway or something like that.
It's just mad how like you see how much pressure. Obviously the NHS and the people, they don't get no break. They like, I rate them still, especially the nurses.
They do
because some of them 12-hour shifts, 15-hour shifts, and it's like.
And they do it for the patients.
Yeah, and then there's me crying, and I'm just like my head, this, that.
Yeah, but you've got the right to cry. I think it's the most vulnerable you're ever going to be, though, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
Speaking of that, actually, having been through all of that, because you mentioned before, it's quite quite difficult to kind of the indignity of it was
that's the hardest part for me because I'm so independent as a person anyway. So when you have to ask them, can I go to the toilet? Can you bring the little box thing? Like, you're like an old granny, like, and you can't feel your legs, so you don't even know if you're doing anything.
You have to listen.
So it's just, you just have to sit there. And it's just like, okay, I think I've gone, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like just a quick check. Still here.
And it's just awkward, and it's just like telling the nurse, you even brushing your teeth, like, I had to call my mom, get me the toothbrush, get me some water, do this. You got there's like a little, you know, the vomit bowl.
Yeah.
You put water in there, and you're just, because I can't move in there. I can't go to the toilet. I'm in the bed.
Yeah.
So it's just weird stuff like that, like your legs burn, like they hurt, like for some reason, I don't know. They said it was to do with the nerves.
Yeah,
because of where they went, and like you think it's mad, because even now, even though it's like a year and a bit later, I still have to tell my brain, move your left leg.
Really?
Today. Like,
so what, when you were walking in here, you were like,
yeah,
left
different.
leg, right
it
leg,
depends.
left
Like if I have really bad fatigue, or I'm so tired, or like, because I went to a concert the other day and I was standing with the crutches. When I was standing,
did they not give you a chair?
To be fair, I wanted to be. My friend got me the ticket, and I wanted to be at the front. And
But if you're at the front, I mean, like,
and I was on the side. You could get the access side or whatever.
It's pretty good seats, those ones.
Yeah. So it was cool, but it's like after it takes me like 3 days to recover. Yeah. That's so like stuff chronic. Like that. Yeah, it's like chronic fatigue where you just stay in bed, you can't move, and then it's like. If you ask my mum, she always has to like massage my leg because it feels like
she's getting good at it by now.
It feels like
it's like a little backup career there for her. You know,
it's proper itchy. Like I don't know. It's like pins and needles cramp, but then also like sciatica.
Oh, that sounds fuck awful.
So it's like that. Yeah. Jesus especially Christ. At night. So some days it's all right though, and then but the exercise I think helps. Going in the sauna. The steam room, stuff like that. It helps.
Oh, you get steam room?
Yeah, my gym. Yeah.
What, David Lloyd?
No, Virgin Active.
Ooh, very nice. Little advert for you, cunts, if you want to hire us. Fuck us.
Yeah.
I applied for a job with them, nothing.
Yeah, no, I used to work for them before.
Oh, really?
And that's how I started the gym life.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So they were like, so employment-wise, they kept you on a little bit?
No, I quit before then. I left during COVID, but I had friends that worked there, so I had their like buddy membership.
Who's going to say no to you after you've been through that? I mean, like, you know, it's like the PR disaster. You know, like just film this and let's see what happens.
So it's alright. It's not bad.
Well, I want to ask you, what impact did this have on your family?
I've got a lot of brothers and sisters, and a lot of nieces and nephews, so.
Constant stream of people
the
visiting.
Hospital were getting annoyed because they were like, you can't have
you
this
can't
much.
Be this popular.
And because I wouldn't eat their food, someone would always come and bring me like.
That's more good.
Yeah, because I wouldn't touch it. The food looks anemic and it's
horrible.
It's worse. Like, how can you expect someone
to steam something for that long?
Yeah, and I just think, how do you expect someone to recover when the food is trash?
It's so important.
It's trash.
Good food.
All I ate was apples.
Apples. Yeah. I mean, no wonder. Yeah, I mean, it keeps all the doctors away at least. Nice
apples.
Try. It's like poke me in the brain again. You fuck.
It definitely weren't private. It was NHS food. Like,
why can't they improve it? Because it's been something that's like a long-term complaint for everyone.
The
it's
food,
like,
man. And
send Ramsey down there. It's like, like, come on, fella, you can shout at people.
That was the worst part, and I'd have to call people and be like, I beg you, can you
just get me a Mackey's.
Go to
the
shop and get me rice and peas. Mac and cheese, get me everything. Like, even a smoothie. I was like, Mum, bring me smoothies, bring me this.
I bet she was getting sick of you. After a while, so it's like she's super real, but dear God.
Yeah.
All right, stop being a madam, okay? You know, when you get home, it's still my daughter.
Like, it was long, and to be honest, like, it was long for them because I nearly lost my brother in 2017 due to something else, and then everyone's just gone through it. Like, I've lost a few people, like. So everyone was like, shit, what's going on?
Yeah, but the whole family's going out for health checks.
Yeah, and then my dad was like stressing this and that, and it was a bit of a mad one.
Must be hard.
Yeah.
So 2017, and then you had the hemorrhage in 22.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, give them a break.
I know. So I felt sorry for my mum because she's the one that's like holds it together, you know.
Yeah.
It was terrifying for them.
It's like, it's Jamaican thing, isn't it? Like the matriarch.
Yeah,
the matriarch,
and I have a lot of
very strong women,
brothers and sisters, and all my friends were coming to the hospital. Were like, you can't come.
Yeah, but it's like what?
They were like, it's COVID.
Hours?
Remember, it was COVID.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
they were like,
well, they
know how it is.
Well, Boris got to have his party, so I'm fairly sure that you know when you go through that.
But also, I'm in ICU and there's other patients, isn't it? So you have to be respectful of other people's brain injuries. Other people's. Someone was in a coma, so it's like they need to have their family there as well. And when the man died in front of me, then obviously his family had to come, but it's like, you know,
when you don't see pain like that.
And I can't look at my phone because I get headaches and stuff like that. Like, it was hard. Like, I'd have so much messages and it would give me anxiety because I'm like, oh, I can't.
So it's like get your mum to read them out. It's like, not that guy.
Yeah, I'm like, just leave it. So
when you're ready, I'm going out.
It was just a lot. Like, even to I had to just tell people, you just tell one person and they tell everyone else.
I mean, like, definitely time to put in a group chat. It's like, guys, I don't care.
Yeah, it was a group chat thing. I think that's what it was. Yeah.
That's
so it was long.
Because I mean, we were going to touch on this earlier, but like, I think, like, you know, like, so when how many surgeries have you had?
I've had